How much time did you give the DOC, the Department of Corrections?
14 years and 2 weeks.
Okay. And describe what was your journey like inside up until the point you came in contact with the power of people?
I came in, I had just turned 20 years old, 2 months after my 20th birthday. So, you know, I came in angry. I came in not quite willing to accept my responsibility for my place in life. So everybody felt the brunt of that anger and misplaced, hate. Because really what it was I was hating myself. I was mad at myself.
Absolutely.
And so I came in and, I was, pretty violent, fighting and stuff. And, just in and out of the hole, spent years in segregation. And, that was probably my first 7 years. After that, I started my own transformation. I started, facing my own pain and trauma. And I began to work, taking those steps. And then once I got introduced to the power of people, it kind of accelerated that growth. It fortified it and confirmed a lot of the stuff that I was already on my way to doing and figuring out. And so I was introduced to it. There was a bunch of pop guys in the unit where I was at. This was about 2 years ago. I got the book. I skimmed through it. But it wasn't until I read the flyer on the wall with Brother Shane and Dr. Price. And I was like, and then I'm seeing everybody talk about it. And I'm like, yeah, this is something I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of positive guys, a bunch of positive energy, And I'm always looking for tools on that I can use to help my daughter grow, help my daughter, avoid some of the mistakes I made. And, so that was initially the first reason I joined it.
Wow. Okay. So after you became connected with the power of people, what made you stay?
Honestly, it was easy to stay. I mean, when you see the energy that people who take it seriously, exude and give off, that's something you want to be around if you're on that path. And I'm on that path. I was on that path. And so it wasn't just about a certificate. It wasn't about just getting out of my cell. It was about in an environment where there's so much tension, there's so much anger, there's so much hate coming at you from every side of the place. You want to, build up a support system, and it's limited in there. You got guys who are on their individual thing, doing their own thing, but that structure that the POP Institute brings, and the guys who take it serious bring with them, there's nothing else like it in there, and it's very valuable. When you get around pop guys inside, you're around some genuine people. You don't have to worry about leaving something out and it getting stolen. You don't have to worry about, petty disputes. There's intelligence. There's love. There's real camaraderie. And so it was a no-brainer for me. I'm going to continue to be around this.
Absolutely. And, so what exactly has POP, and I know this is a difficult question, but how has POP been able to support you in any way?
Well, on the inside, like I say, the brothers that were there involved, and they always come to check on you. We check on each other because I think people tend to not give the importance to the mental and emotional side of things. And so having that inside of there is essential, especially when there is no real adequate mental health services on the inside, any of that. So that for sure. And then also just, reaffirming my power, my lovability, my worth as a human, as a man. And then, since getting out, I've been out 33 days. And
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. The resources that the POP Institute has given me and has made available to me are invaluable. I mean, when you get out and you're getting out after, a lifetime, it's, you don't have a ride, you don't have employment, you don't have many things that, everyday citizens take for granted. And POP has provided that for me. I've gotten my license, during this Corona time, having to stand in line. And, Brother Tierre Caldwell here, you have been an invaluable resource, brother. Like, I mean, it like words don't do it any justice. Like, this is stuff that is a game changer on whether some people go back or some people stay out. Some people can give up simply because they don't have a ride to get to those places that they need to get to, that their PO is telling them, hey, you need to make it here, you need to go there. So that ride, that understanding that, hey, he's going to need a little bit of time to adjust and all of that, this has been like a real incubation type of period that you guys have allowed us to go through, me to go through. And man, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for it.
Absolutely, man. And we're glad to have you, man. And I mean, you kind of already answered my next question, but what significant milestones have you been able to achieve, and maybe just elaborate a little more on that? What have you been able to accomplish that really meant something to you?
Okay. A lot of my struggle, internal struggle, mental struggle, and things like that have come from, feeling inadequate, impotent as a man. That's what, that's what the system is good at, exploiting or exposing, us not being capable of taking care of ourselves and our children and things like that. So the biggest thing for me is, having employment, being able to purchase a car. Now I can go see my daughter. Now I can, have a gift for her when I do go see her, take her out shopping. So fulfilling my fatherly duties, to me, that's the number one accomplishment. It's not about what type of car it is. It's not about what type of job it is. It's about the fact that I have it and it's able to get me to those goals, those places that I'm trying to get to. And so, yeah, that's big for me.
Wow, that is, man. And definitely congratulations, man. And so, what is your definition of a pop guy? What's that mean to you? What does it mean to be a pop guy?
To me, to be a pop guy, it means to walk in my power, to walk in my truth, to know who I am, first of all, know my truth, know my power, and then walk in it, present myself in a way that leaves no question in anyone's mind whether or not this is serious, whether or not this is real. And so when I carry myself, when I walk, when I talk, I'm speaking that philosophy. I'm walking that philosophy of power, truth, positivity, and lovability. I'm a people person by nature, and what this being a pop guy, this philosophy is also ingrained in me is, it helps to, interact, and part of being a powerful guy, a person of integrity, a powerful person is being able to not be passive in situations, to speak up when there's wrong being done, when you're the only one there and something's going down, and you could, say a word or make a gesture and it would, kind of resolve it or dissolve it. You do that. That's a pop guy.
Absolutely, man. And my next question is, where do you think you would be if it wasn't for POP?
I mean, in a literal sense, I'd be in a shelter right now. Your agent and your case manager, before you get released, they tell you if you don't have a place to go and you're not on ISR, and no halfway house will accept you, you can we can always put homeless on your sheet and you can go to a shelter. So for sure, that would have been one place I'd be. But also, I wouldn't be as secure as I am. I guess I can sum it up like that. Secure. I went through a phase in life where I thought I had no support because of the time and the lack of support while in prison. But when I got surrounded and embraced by, Pop, it was like, nah, you're not alone. So mentally and emotionally, my emotional and mental state, where I'm at there is secure, and I don't think I would be as secure as I am without Pop.
Absolutely. That's powerful, brother. And so my last question is, if you could say anything to Dr. Verna or Brother Price, what would it be?
I'd say what I've said before to them both. Thank you. I love you. Without y'all, there'd be a lot of brothers and sisters out here struggling and hopeless. So thank you for the hope, as well as the tangibles that you've provided. But the hope, thank you.